Battlefield 1 has an update, and this one is a big one. It's probably the last one we'll get as well with Battlefield 1, so download it while you can and enjoy the game before Battlefield 5 comes out. We'll see the alpha, the beta, and then of course the release of Battlefield 5 in October, so you've got a couple of months to enjoy Battlefield 1 while the player numbers are still high. In this video I'm going to go through the patch notes, give you a link to everything that has happened on Battlefield 1 and then showcase some of the new weapons that you've probably already seen, but you won't have seen them in the full game yet. You'll have seen them in the CTE, so it'll be nice to see what you can actually get involved in with the main game as soon as you download this patch. So for me, the biggest thing that's been introduced is shock operations. It's of course a new mode that you may have tried if you played it on the CTE. Essentially, if I break it down and make it really simple, it's operations but taking place on a single map. The maps that we'll be getting are Giant Shadow, Prise d'Itaher, Lupko Pass, Zeebrugge, and the River Somme. I've played them all. I'm not a massive fan of all of them. Lupko Pass doesn't really need the behemoth on it. The River Somme is not a map I've really enjoyed, especially that first part. I don't mind the trench sections, but the first part is not really that great. However, Zeebrugge, Giant Shadow, and Prise d'Itaher can be quite a lot of fun, although you might like the others as well. Get involved, get online and see if you like them, see what you make of them. I'm sure DICE would be maybe open to patching shock operations once or twice, as you have to with new modes, but to be honest, I can't see them changing that much, as this is the last major patch we're going to see with Battlefield 1. With weapons, we of course are getting the new M1911 silenced variant, the new Burton LMR, the new Annihilator Storm, the General Lu rifle, now has a alternative fire mode on the Storm variant, and the tanker and pilot weapons are available to the assault and support classes, as you can see from the video in the background. You can see which ones you get for the assault and which ones you get for the support. Some people are really happy about this because a lot of people don't like the support weapons. They don't like those LMGs. They want single fire weapons, and now you've got that in the support class as an additional option. I don't think they're overpowered. I don't think they're that great, but you can use them, and it's just another option. There are of course a selection of issues that have been fixed with this patch. The main one for me is my game was crashing a lot and now it's not crashing, but for other people it has started crashing. So as with every Battlefield patch, there might be a couple of fixes you need to do at your end to get your game working again if it is starting to crash or not load properly. Other things can be seen. There is a link down below to the patch notes. There are some things where you'll have different callouts that have been fixed and weapon skins that haven't spawned and they've been fixed and HUD problems and things like that. Just your usual fixes that you probably won't notice in game, but it just makes the game a smoother experience. You've also got the addition of 2 elite codexes that have been added. Pretty cool. One's for the elite MP18 and one's for the elite M1911 for those completionists. And you also have the option to earn the shock operations front side dog tag that is awarded for winning each shock operation. All you got to do is jump on, don't switch to the winning team, try and get your team to win, but you know what I mean, you just have to win each one and then you get that dog tag. Not too difficult. Now when it comes to unlocking these new variants, some people might be in a bit of a pickle, and I'm certainly in that situation. It's quite difficult to unlock them if you haven't been playing the game a lot and you've got to jump on and now really grind to get these new weapons, which I think that's the way it should be with new weapons, especially ones like these. At the end of the game it rewards those players that are actually playing the game, but it can be a bit of a hassle. Now on screen now you can see what you have to do to unlock these new weapons. I haven't had time to do it. I played a couple of hours this morning, but it's not enough to get them unlocked, although I have used them on the CTE and given my review on their performance. The Annihilator Storm, you need to get 50 kills with the trench variant of the weapon and then 10 kills with the sickle. So obviously unlock the Annihilator Trench, get the kills whilst using that sickle that again shouldn't be too hard. 10 kills isn't too hard, but it's probably going to take you quite a few days just of normal gameplay. For the Burton LMR Trench, you need to perform 50 capture point defense kills. Now I assume that is where you kill an enemy on a point that you are capturing and then capture the flag, or kill an enemy on a point that is turning towards your team. I'm not exactly certain, but I did just play a game of shock operations and checked out I'd already got 5 to 10 just in half a game of objective playing. And it's really not that difficult, so I think that you'll probably get that done in 2 to 3 games of shock operations. Some people are saying that you can go on to domination to do this, because obviously a lot of that stuff is quicker than an operations or a conquest game mode because of the way the flags cap. But again, the Burton LMR is definitely one you want to be unlocking. It's a great weapon, especially if you like close quarter engagements in the support class. To get the Burton LMR Optical, you need to get 50 kills with that Burton LMR Trench and then resupply 100 different allies. You can do the resupplying part as you're unlocking the other Burton, really not difficult, 100 resupplies. You can run double ammo bags and just get that done in probably 1 round of conquest or operations, maybe 2 if it's a short game. Now the Burton LMR, I have made my thoughts clear on this gun in a previous video, but I will make a separate video for it. I think it's worth it. It's a very, very awesome gun, and it's obviously got that incendiary round attachment too, so you can take out planes, especially the ones that are strafing you at close range. It's very, very effective at taking down planes. And with the optical variant, you might have something a bit different. Maybe you've got a bit of range on a gun that for me is meant for the close range stuff, but you never know. It might be something you want to use. The other gun that we get, the silenced M1911, I've had a look at it and I can't really tell if there's too much difference between the silenced variant and the normal variant. I think it's something to do with the spread of the weapon, so when you fire consistently, the bullets start to spread on the silenced variant more than the other one. I'll do a bit of a test, but I can't imagine there's much difference between the two, bar the fact that it is silenced. It would go nicely with any weapon, I think, if you're planning to be a little more tactical. Apart from that, there's nothing I can add. There are a couple things regarding the Easter eggs that Danny on PC tends to cover quite well on Twitter. Search for him, or you can follow him on Reddit, I suppose, as well. He's always posting things on there. If you're interested in the Easter egg side of Battlefield 1, that will of course be coming to a close and lead up nicely to Battlefield 5 being released. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video.